Hi, not so remote Alaska. How are you? We're actually having some snow in Texas today. It's actually pretty cold out there. I was going to look and see what the temperature was. We got a snow last night and it's still snowing. 10 degrees Fahrenheit in Texas. Do you guys have snow there in Alaska? Hello, Monty's Emotion. Happy Valentine's Day. We are having really cold weather today, so we're just kind of church. There's no church or anything today. So I said, let me look see if anybody else was going live, and nobody I knew was going live. So I said I'll come on and chat, see who's around. How cold is it in where you're at, Monty's Emotion? 1 degree. Oh, sunny. 1 degrees. Ooh, about a foot. You have about a foot of snow on the ground. Yeah, I would say an inch, but I would say it's probably working on 2. The grass wasn't all the way covered when I went out there, but it's still snowing. Still snowing. I need to let my sister-in-law know that I'm live, because if I don't, she'll say, "Why didn't you tell me you were going live?" That's what she always does. That way, if she's bored and she wants to come up and chat, she can. 48 degrees. Hey, y'all are doing better than us. Yeah, 10 degrees in Texas. That's pretty cold for us. We actually hung a blanket up over the front door, and because it's got a glass cutting in it, and then blankets up in front of the door. We tried to get our stray cat in, Daisy, but she is being really stubborn and won't come in. We made up a little. It's like a tote, and we put hay in the bottom of it, because we thought she might be pregnant and we wanted to give her a place to have her kittens. And when I went out there this morning to feed the chickens, she was inside that tote. So she was trying to find a warm place, I guess. About the best we can do is turn the dryer on. Hi, Honey Hills. How are you doing, Ann? So it's 5 degrees with flurries there. Yeah, it's snowing. Hi, Texas, Janet. Hi, Myra. Hi, the best life. Yeah, I think we're gonna have maybe 4 or 5, 6 inches by the end of the day because it's still snowing. Yeah, we might have baby kittens eventually. That might happen. More orange tabbies. We're not keeping any this time, but we'll have videos of them and stuff, because last time when she was pregnant, she came in with, we brought the kittens in first, and then she followed the kittens in, and she stayed in off and on. She'd go out for a little while running around, and then she'd come back in and feed them. So she was being a good mom, considering it was her first time. Actually, when we very first saw her, she was kind of really sort of a kitten. So She's a good cat. I mean, she gets more lovey-dovey when she's pregnant. I noticed she did that last time, and she's doing that again. I'm putting the link up if anybody wants to come up and chat. Keeping an eye on my goat for babies. Okay, you have a goat that's going to have babies. Oh, I watched a video from the Vineyard Chicks yesterday, where one was actually giving birth, and I was like, oh, never seen that before. It's crazy. Oh, those baby goats are adorable. Yeah. If you guys haven't checked out the Vineyard Chicks, they're pretty cool. Hi, Lazy Acres Homestead. How are you? What state are you guys in, Lazy Acres? I was trying to remember. It is 10 degrees and snowing in Texas right now. Yeah, there's a lot of places with really cold weather. There's a lot of people have already had some cold weather, but we're just now kind of getting ours. Started yesterday, and it was really, really cold last night. I woke up this morning, and the first thing I did was look outside to see if we had snow. And I couldn't really tell if it was snow or, hi, Urban Grandpa Prepper. I have been running your playlist for you, Mr. Ray, hoping that you'll get your monetization at some point. Yeah, I can't imagine being like less than 1,000 away. Of course, I don't know how long it takes to get 1,000 hours. I know where my number is right now. I know I thought they were saying something about some kind of a vortex. You know, I don't have news. I pretty much watch Netflix, Hulu, and I have Disney, and then I watch YouTube, of course. I watch YouTube videos, learn how to make stuff and do. I learned how to do stuff I've never even planned to do. Of course, I would probably have more animals if I had a bigger property. This is about Miss MB. How are you? Haven't heard from you in a while. A tip for outside plants: a reptile heater bulb is great to heat a doghouse. Yeah, I wish I could get Miss Daisy to come inside. Daisy's a stray cat. So, Miss MB, I know this is a sensitive subject, but are you planning on getting some more chickens? I wish I was closer over there by you. I'd get my husband to get your chicken cage up to par, and or maybe, hopefully, some predators wouldn't be going in there. One day at a time. It's snowing there too. Yeah. No time soon. Yeah. Usually when people think about doing it, they do it in the spring. I don't plan on getting any until maybe if one were to pass away or something. But I probably wouldn't get one. I'd probably go ahead and get two at a time. So, but I have 12 chickens right now. Now, of course, they're laying there's only one laying a day right now, one or two, 1 to 3 on the really, really cold days. But there for a while, we were in the 60s, and I was still getting 6 or 7 eggs a day. So over half of them were laying. But I'd be mad and not laying eggs either if I was that cold. I'd be like, no way. Oh, you just subbed the Urban Grandpa Prepper. Thank you very much. He's a sweet guy. He has been subscribed to me almost from the very beginning. He was one of the first probably 5 channels to subscribe to me. The other one was that little teenage prepper, Happy Prepper. He was the very first one, very first channel that subscribed to me. Before that, everybody that had subscribed to me was family. Yes. Well, if I had a moderator in here to put up y'all's links, I would do that, but I don't see any of my moderators in here. I need to make a couple more moderators. I did that the other day. I had my church, my pastor on a live, and right before that, I set up my husband as a moderator so he could put up their link. We actually gained 7 subscribers off of that live. We're trying to get our church up to 100, so they'll be shared on the. Hi, Simply Jan. Yeah, we're trying to get our church up to 100, so they'll start being shared on the homepage. Yeah, I love that area over there, New Mexico. I've visited several times. Well, if anybody feels like coming up, I'm going to put up the link again. Jan, Myra, Ray, Miss MB, anybody that feels like coming up. Not obligated, of course. Hello, Nunya, Texas on the back 20. How are you? It is 10 degrees and snowing in Texas. How's it doing where you're at, Nunya, Texas? What's your temperature like? It is currently snowing. Hi, Lion Crest Outdoors. Hey, I just put up the link if you want to come up and chat. Let me see. I'm probably going to mess up this name. Tirik Kenya. Your heart is kind. You are an angel. Oh, thank you. Gail, whose channel do you need linked? Can you put up Miss MB and Hiney Hills Farm and Garden? Or anybody else that's in here? Fine. You're not obligated, but if you, I actually can do moderating better on my phone. When I'm in my laptop, it's like I go to get a link and I knock myself out of the live and then I have to go back in. And on my phone, I can do it easier. I can maneuver around. Simply Southern Reflections, welcome. Happy Valentine's Day. It's going to be 10 degrees there too. I think we have a couple more days of the cold before we get out of it. I want to say it's going to be Thursday or Friday before it gets back to decent temperatures. I'm hoping that my stuff in the greenhouse is not completely dead. Now, most of what I planted was just seeds in the dirt, but some of them were coming up a little bit. My green onions was barely coming up. My spinach was coming up a little bit, and my radishes was the biggest of all the things. And then I had radishes in my planter too. But they say that they could snow right over that and it'll still keep going. So I'm hoping everything will be okay. And I know my garlic's okay because it's supposed to be really, really cold hardy. It's supposed to lay there cold and dormant for a while and then poof, it'll pop up. That's what I heard. This is my first time with garlic. This is my first time with radishes. Actually, several things. This is my first year with kale. Might want to get new chickens before your chickens get too much older. Yeah, probably. I'm still thinking about that. I still have a little bit more time. Welcome, Kinfolk Farm of Georgia. I had to slow down to say that so I didn't mess it up too bad. Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty soft-hearted. I don't know if I could get rid of my chickens after they get old. Radishes and kale are very hardy and they will be good, yes. Yeah, I actually have radishes in my greenhouse and in my planter in the yard. Covered my onions with hay. Yeah, I had a couple of, they're in the greenhouse on a table, and I covered them with kind of like saddle blankets. Oh, man. Well, that's awful, Miss MB. Yeah. Yeah. I don't plan on getting rid of my chickens when they're older. I think I'll just let them run out their course of life. I don't plan on going anywhere, so I mean, we'll see. My feelings may change at some point, but I pretty much got my chickens to have healthy eggs. I didn't intend to use them for meat chickens, which is perfectly fine. I do eat chicken. I do eat chicken. I just don't eat my chicken, and I may change on that at some point. But yes, please give me the thumbs up if you don't mind. Yeah, I'm going to put up the link again if any of you guys want to pop up and chat. Simply Jan, you know you have something to say. I'm excited for the weather to get back to warm again so I can get back out in my greenhouse. And I'm pretty sure everything is probably going to be okay out there. But I have plenty of seeds, so if something does happen to die, I can just replant. Yeah. You did a video about the snow today. I wonder why I didn't get a notification. I need to check yours and make sure my notification's still on. I'm actually running Simply Jan's channel right now on my husband's PC. And I was planning on running Grandpa Preppers and maybe my sister-in-law. And my sister-in-law says she doesn't want to get monetized. I think she's going to get up there even though she doesn't think she is. Oh, you haven't uploaded it yet? Okay. Well, I'll be looking for it, Miss MP. Yeah, I was just kind of snowed in, nothing to do. Made like a lunch breakfast kind of thing. And I'm drinking my shake, a mocha shake. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have to replant everything. I'm pretty sure that the radishes will be okay, and the spinach is supposed to be pretty cold hardy. I'm thinking some of the things may be thrown into like a dormancy phase, and then they'll start popping back up again. I think it's all right. I mean, if I see it looks kind of peaked or whatever, I'll just pop a couple more seeds in there in the same soil. Then if it overcrowds later, I can just thin it out. I mean, it won't be really too long before I can plant things in the garden. Okay, Monty's in motion. Yeah, because March 21st is my last frost date. So because I'm trying to get ready for Shed Wars, I'm probably going to start a little earlier than that. I'm going to risk it a little bit because all I'm really losing is seed. And so if those seed, it gets cold again or whatever, I'll just plant more seed. So I want something to actually be coming up when Shed Wars starts. Well, welcome, Strong's Adventures. Thank you for popping in, even if it's for a short period of time. I appreciate it. I do that sometimes. If I don't have time, I'll pop in and hit thumbs up. Or if I'm doing something, I'll pop in, hit thumbs up, and let it play, even if I don't have time to listen to it at that point. I'll be doing my chores, and somebody will just be talking in the background. I'm always playing videos. I'll be cooking and playing videos and washing laundry, playing videos, folding laundry, trying to watch people's videos, trying to keep up on everybody. The bigger you get, the harder it gets to keep up with everybody. But I try. Hi, Twinbrook Acres. I got your email. Just let me know what night is good for you. I know that Wednesday night and Friday night are pretty cluttered with people that I watch on lives. So that leaves Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And that depends on whether and Thursday depends on whether my Bible study is canceled again for this week. Look forward to watching your Shed Wars videos. Never sub someone during that. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. to learn from other people. Like I started YouTube August 27th of 2020. And so I came in, right at the end. They were still doing Shed Wars, and it took me a while to get an answer as to what Shed Wars was. Matter of fact, I had to go and put a Shed Wars in the search bar and start looking. And I was like, okay, Shed Wars is not about sheds. Shed Wars is about gardening. So it took me a while to figure that out. Actually, tomorrow is the last day for your Shed Wars entry video. So if you are still planning to be in Shed Wars, you need to do your video today, and it needs to be put out by tomorrow, absolutely tomorrow. So if you want to be in it, I think it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. Competition. You're supposed to be teaching gardening, so I think it'll be really cool. I'm going to write, now that I have time and I'm not too busy yet, I think I'm going to write down some of the tips that I want to give in my videos. And as I get to them, I'll check them off. Hi, Selena's World. And I'll just go through and give some tips. And hi, Homestead Aquarius. How are you, Robert? Yeah, I want to write down the tips that I want to give during Shed Wars so that I can remember which ones I've given. I want to try to teach some people some things. Hi, come on, homesteading. I watched some of your videos the other day. Pretty funny. What is Shed Wars? That's what my Shed Wars entry video was, me going, what is Shed Wars? Because at the beginning, I didn't know what it was. I think it's going to be fun, though. And I want to think of some cute little, funny things to put in my videos to make them interesting. So I'm trying to think of some things to add. Hello, my Alabama farm life. Yeah, it's 10 degrees and snowing in Texas. Believe it? I'm going to put the link up again. If anybody wants to come up and join me, you are welcome. I leave it open as an open format for anybody to come up and chat. Don't have to be a certain size channel. Matter of fact, some of those small channels that have never done it have actually done it for the first time on my channel, and some other channels too. Yeah, I had the Rusty Pepper. Hey, Jan, if you're still in here, will you put up the link for the Rusty Pepper? Warmer in New Hampshire than it is in Texas. Yeah, that's crazy. New Hampshire is such a beautiful place. I only visited there once, but it was very pretty. I liked it. Yeah, I like my time I spent in New England. Very much a Texas girl, but I liked my time over there in New England, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, all in that area. It was pretty there. I spent about 5.5 years there when I was younger. Little Texas girl over in New England. It's kind of crazy. The Rusty Pepper. Welcome, Mary Ranch. I'm typing her name in here, Jan. She's a little small channel that came up one day. I don't know if anybody remembers her when she was on my live, but she came in. Don't forget to hit yes. Thank you, Miss MB. She was a sweet lady, sweet little old lady, very sweet. She had a cute dog. I think her dog is actually the one that's named Rusty. I don't think that's her name. I think that's her dog's name. Okay, thank you, Miss MB, for stopping by. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, I have a couple of T-shirts I need to send out next week. Somebody's coming in.
Hey.
Welcome, Lioncrest. How are you? Let's see. I'm gonna try this other
Doing good.
format.
How are you doing?
There we go. That's a little better. Our heads aren't quite so big. I was last night, and I was trying to tell her, can you put it on the one where my head doesn't look like.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get these headphones right.
It's doing a little buffering thing there for a sec.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought it was me. Hey,
Hello,
Flavors and
Myra.
Textures, how you doing?
Hello.
It's so awesome to actually be in here and talk to you because we always comment on each other's videos and stuff.
That's true. Super nice. I was gonna ask you if I don't use my in the back of my house I have the I don't use the water, the sprinkles or anything in the back of the house because that's where the garden is.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Is there anything that I need to do to for maintenance or something?
I'll tell you what we did. and it's pretty easy to do this. So like that video I posted. So yeah, like I was like, oh yeah, I should have posted like what we actually did, but we got a body towel and we folded it in half and we took it around the spigot and like made a swirl around it and duct taped it. So basically it's just like it just looks like a big like shower roll coming off of the side of the house. But you can also get one of those hose protector things, but I think the towel actually does a better job than the hose protector thing.
You should put it up because I'm not the only one.
I'll put up like a 1 minute short video today of just that. I'll go outside and just kind of do a little video of that.
That would be good. That would be good. We are all in the same boat.
Oh yeah, like I feel like everyone in America is in the same boat right now, except for maybe Cali or something.
Well, it's not snowing here, but it's definitely more colder than ever.
Hey, how's it going?
So
he's
we got
muted. Wait, I think he has himself muted.
Lioncrest and I are both. Yeah. Oh, he's down here. Let me check and see if maybe I hit something to make him.
No, he's. I think he said he had himself muted at first, but then he just unmuted it.
I love this intro video.
Oh, Lioncrest. My husband said he loved your intro video.
Oh, thanks.
I see. What do you got playing in the background there, Myra?
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's tennis. Oh, music videos. That's what it looks like.
No, it's tennis. It's just tennis. That's just
tennis. People look like they're dancing back there.
Oh, because there's a commercial.
Oh, commercial.
It's a commercial. Yeah.
So how are you doing, Rick?
Good. Yeah.
So we got 2 Texas people. We got New Hampshire, and you're in. Is it North or South Carolina?
South Carolina.
Okay. I knew it was one of them. I was just like, which one is it?
Well,
it's a lot of states to remember.
Going outside. Go outside with Mama.
I like your guitars in the background there, Farmer Hugh.
Oh, thank you.
We've been teasing him about does he sing, and he said maybe he might eventually let us. Yeah, I need to go in and find his wife's channel because I think there might be some singing or playing involved there.
There's some playing for sure. Yeah, there's some playing for sure, but
can you play the guitar too, or just your wife?
I can hold a tune on there, but I'm not really any good. I can just kind of do some little bluesy riffs, but I can't really do anything that's like, oh, I'm actually like playing a song or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a long time ago, back in the late 60s, early 70s.
So if you picked up a guitar right now, would just some magical energy go through you and just be like, oh, I can play like Van Halen now?
No, I couldn't play like Van Halen back then. I don't even know what to do now. It's been so long.
It's not like riding a bike.
Band, Rick?
What's that? What'd you say, Gail?
Oh, I said that it's not like riding a bike.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe it isn't.
Nope.
I did more like choir, like singing and stuff. I actually did like some duets in church with my sisters when I was younger. and
Oh,
I've done
nice.
like some karaoke and stuff, but never like on a camera. I do have 1 or 2 videos where I do just a little bit of singing.
But you have a really, really nice voice.
Thank
Really
you.
nice voice, Gail.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the nerve up maybe to like do like a song in one of my videos, but I'm really not sure about the rules about the songs and stuff. And I'm wondering if you found like a really old song that you liked, if you could do that because it's so old. I don't know. I was just trying to think, how could I get around that?
Well, on your videos,
You're saying from like the instrumental standpoint, like if you wanted to have an instrumental playing in the background while you sang.
Yeah, like where it was an instrumental with no words and I was singing to it. Like that's how I used to do it in church. I had a background music singing, playing the music, and then I would be singing. Which I have a
Okay.
couple of those instrumentals. I have I have a Lauren Daigle CD that I was thinking about doing at church, and I haven't done yet.
Sometimes what you can do is if you can find an instrumental on YouTube that's not already copyrighted, you could take that video and you can, if you were to sing like on top of that music, you could essentially, on the bottom of your description, there's like a section that's already built in that you can give the copyright credit, like the song credit to whoever it was. If you're not trying to make money off the video, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're not trying to and then another thing you can do that I told,
because I mean the Vineyard Chicks sings on their songs. I mean they sing and stuff. So and they're singing like Francesca Burcelli or whatever her name is. And
oh yeah,
I don't know.
there are some songs, supposedly some popular songs that have been in the public domain so long that they are considered what's the word? Public domain. I don't know what songs they are. So you have to find out
maybe I need to try to search for a list of that. See.
Yeah.
I probably had to practice for a while before I felt comfortable. And I'd probably do it on a video, not live or anything. But, like John doing karaoke. And what was the other channel that used to do karaoke? Was it Cajun Hydroponics?
Yes,
I can see Cajun Hydroponics doing karaoke.
And Southern, the one that I won the T-shirt. Southern, oh my God.
Southern Blessed Homestead? No.
Yes.
And
but it was just one little moment.
Well, I know Joel Small Gardening sings, and he has another channel. His real name, I guess, is Jamie. He has another channel that has Jamie in it, and it has some singing, some songs and stuff. So he used to do some playing and singing back in the day. He has a good voice.
Yeah, I actually got to listen to some of Jules's stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Nice.
Where, on his other channel?
What's that?
On his other channel? Farmer King?
Yeah,
it is.
it's Jamie's something.
It's like Jamie's Music or something
Jamie's
like that. Or
Custom.
yeah.
Let me see if I pull it up, if it'll tell me what it is. Let's see. I'm trying to do this on my phone, because if I do it on the here, I will lose everything and everybody. Jamie's Custom Designs, is that it, or is that a different channel? No, that's a girl. That's the only thing that came up when I hit Jamie. Jen, are you in here? Do you know the name of his other channel with the singing on it?
Not So Remote Alaska says, I believe it has to be 100 years old to be open domain. Please don't quote me. I don't remember being that old. I thought it had to be 60 or 70 years old.
It's called Jamie Slate Music.
No, she doesn't know.
Jamie Slate Music.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, Slate. Yeah, that sounds right.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. My bad.
No, it's okay. You knew the answer. 100 years old. Let's see. How long ago would that be?
1920.
Ooh. I don't know any songs from 1920. Thank you for stopping by, Lazy Acres Homestead. Yeah, I don't know any songs that old. Now, I could... Hi, Stuffed Pepper. I I think when I sang some of those songs, it was 80s or 90s, maybe. Some of those Christian songs I sang at church, but you'd have to do some digging to find something, you know.
See you later, Lazy Acres Homestead.
But you would think something from the 80s or 80s or 90s would almost be old enough, but maybe not.
Well, also in my first videos, I used some songs from the 60s, and those were copyrighted. I got the copyright claims.
Oh, okay. Somebody else is going to come join us. If my internet will hold up. Uh-oh. Having trouble connecting the link. Let me try it again. You guys keep talking.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
So
So do
Farmer
you do
Q,
gardening, Rick? Are you a
Farmer
gardener?
Q, where are you in your seedling sowing? Where are you located? New Hampshire?
So I'm located in the McKinney, Texas area. It's
Texas. Oh, okay.
yeah, so it's like the Dallas Fort Worth area. It's I live in this. I regretfully say I live in this HOA community that we're working to get out of, but it's a
Are you
place.
even
that
on
we're happy with
HOA?
it.
What's HOA stand for?
Homeowners Association. They can
Oh.
tell you what size and what caliber your tree is. They can tell you what direction you can stand when you're in your front yard, and what direction your grass clippings can go down the road, and all these other beautiful, wonderful
The color
things.
of your house, whatever you
like
can plant or not.
I live in a small town, and there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, there's roosters and stuff you would never have in a bigger town. You'd never get away
See,
with that.
that's beautiful livings right there. That's how life's
Yeah.
supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think the closest one's like a street over. I can hear a rooster every once in a while. I mean, I don't
See,
wake
you
up
know,
to it or anything, but
the roosters. I say about the roosters, it's like these city slickers, and not to get on the city slickers, because I was kind of born in the city, but I'd made my way back to the country. But I always say, if you can hear roosters in the morning, they're gonna not let you sleep in too long. So hey, if you can sleep in too long because you don't hear nothing, I don't know. You need to hear the roosters to wake you up. You need to hear something to wake you up, right? Get you
I don't
going.
think I'm that far enough into the country. I don't hear them. But
You don't hear the roosters?
no, because my husband snores, and
You got some sound barriers going on.
and so I have to have this fan on to be able to drown out the noise so I can sleep.
So you got like a double soft noise barrier going on. It's like insulating all the other sound.
He calls my fan the monsoon. It's that loud. It's nicknamed.
I hear Taz in the background saying it right now.
Yeah, he's like, no, don't be talking about my snoring on YouTube. I know that's what he's thinking. Like, no. Simply Jan was going to come up, but I don't know if she's having trouble or if my link's not popping up. At one time it didn't pop up, but anyway, we'll see if she shows up in a little bit.
In my house, the house that is behind me don't belong to the HOA, and they have chickens and roosters and all kinds of animals.
Yeah, I could get a
can't have
rooster, but I chose not to, just to kind of, as to not make my neighbors upset, because I live in a small
I'm not
city,
upset about it.
and I have neighbors, so but I might do that someday. Who knows?
Yeah.
We did have one that showed up at our house, and we kept him for a few weeks, but then he started pecking the top of the head of one of my hens, and I got really upset.
Oh.
Welcome, Jason
wow.
Akers. And I got upset, and Simply Jan is there, but her screen is all black, so I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, she's probably just working out some connection stuff.
Yeah, it's the weather. She's probably got some weather stuff going on where she's at too. Yeah, well, I looked right before I came on live, and hi, Jen. And hello and goodbye. Hello and goodbye. I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, it said 10 degrees. I think she got off and then she's trying again. Let's see. Maybe I need to.
There she is.
I
Hey.
didn't
Now
hear-
she's on her twice.
I was worried I was still plugged into YouTube, so I exited
Oh, that's
out.
what happened to me yesterday when I went on my sister-in-law's. I made the same mistake. I went in with my YouTube volume on, and then I
Yeah.
had to go back out. And then once that loud pinging noise started, I can't think when it does
Oh
that.
man,
Like,
it was terrible.
make it stop. I can't think.
What's the loud pinging noise?
When you have two people online in the same room, I
Oh,
think, or in the same house or something. We were
Hi,
too
Rick.
close together.
yeah.
Yeah, we're too close together. And so I think, yeah, and finally when he put his earbuds in to do it, it worked.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know
a
exactly what it was.
feedback, probably.
That was the problem we were having.
Yeah.
It is coming down, snowing so hard
It is
today.
here too.
Yeah, it's
Can't believe it.
crazy.
Okay,
So
I'm kicking
cold.
your other connection off. Hopefully, let's see if it goes away. And
Okay.
I'm trying to make your other one go away, but it won't. That's all right. It's not hurting anything.
It's going to snow here tomorrow, 10 or 12 inches.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what it's doing here.
I think we're supposed to get about 6, but it's really, really cold. I mean, for Texas, it's really cold. You
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
Jan, it's not usually this cold here. This is
No.
already our 3rd snow
Yep.
for Texas. And we usually get 1 a year, maybe 2. We're already working on our 3rd snow.
But see,
for
that's
Texas.
the odd part about it all is the fact that it's been a mild winter. It hasn't been like
Not
a
here.
crazy winter though.
It's been a
Has it?
cold for Texas. Well, we'll have days of 60, and then now we have a 10 degrees.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
wow.
Like,
You know, me in the greenhouse in the 60s, the birds are chirping, the sun is shining.
well, yeah, just 3 weeks ago here in this area that I'm at, it was like 68 degrees. And now it's literally 0 degrees. It's going to be 0 degrees, they say. It's supposedly tonight it's going to be 0 to 2 degrees. That's what they say. So that is a crazy temperature swing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, it's been mild here.
It's been a
Hi,
cold
on here, USA. Happy
And I'm
Valentine's Day.
Maybe it'll keep the bug population down.
Yeah.
Hey, yes, this is going to help a lot. It's going to help with that, and it's going to help with like some of the I think it's going to help with like some of the pathogens too, like some of the just disease-based stuff and all that. Because when you have cold shocks like this, it literally just presses the restart button. I bet this is going to be a really good spring. I'm not going to just put my money on it, but I think it's going to be a pretty good spring. If we get cold, usually when you have cold this deep, it kind of presses a little reset button for some of the pests and pathogens and things.
They're going to come my way.
What was that, Flavors and
They're
Textures?
going to come my way.
Oh, no.
Because
I'm ready to get back to planting seedlings. Hi, Whiskey and Sunshine Off Grid. Are you on your phone?
Some seedlings today.
You are?
I am on the phone.
My soil is out in my greenhouse, along with my crusty frozen plants.
Simply Jan, you went away.
She goes again.
She must be having connection problems. Sorry, Jan. Oh, there she is. She popped back on. Are you doing this on your phone, Jan?
He's doing this on purpose.
Yeah, you can see it now. You can't. You can see me now. You can't.
Okay.
I pushed the button to see. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nope.
I know. I was so excited when my garlic finally came popping out of the container. I planted it back in, I think, November or December. I think I wrote a date on the bucket out there. But I'm not going out there. I've only went out there to take care of the chickens, and I've tried to get my stray cat Daisy in, but she won't. She's being stubborn.
You would
I
think
feel
that she'd
so
want to come
sorry
in if
for
it's
her.
cold like this.
I know. She's still feral. She's still wild. Even though we've been feeding her for 2 years, she's still wild.
Hey, she's
And
like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
yeah, this is our relationship. The way she was so cold, she actually crawled into the little tote that I made up for her in case she has babies. She when I went out there to feed the chickens and give them water. I actually brought a hot pan of water out and put it over everything, so that I could thaw out what was out there and bring out more water. So, and I'm sure it cooled down quick, but. And she was just cozied up in that little tote there. We got the dryer going, so she's got a little bit of heat from that.
Yeah, so we got like a weird little situation going on in our house right now. So every cold water outlet inside the house except for the kitchen works. And I know that the pipes aren't frozen because I've been dripping everything, but what happened was I had the kitchen dripping last night, and I guess I had it dripping a little bit too slow because it was like right in between where it was like kind of just dripping the residual and actually stopping. So what happened, I turned the hot water on and it's like, it's going good. And then I turned the cold water is good everywhere else in the house. But what I'm thinking is because it's so cold, check this out. It's so cold outside and it's been so consistently cold and so consecutively cold over these last few days that in-ground pipes that aren't supposed to freeze are starting to freeze now.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that, y'all. Like,
I know, I'm nervous.
So what you should do is the faucet that is furthest away from your water source should be running for a small stream and your cabinet open underneath there.
Which would be in our case, would be our master bathroom.
Yeah, if you have a well, it's the furthest one away from your well, and you should have the cabinet doors open.
okay, Jan, you got me feeling better about my water in the kitchen not going. I think it's just ice lodged in the line or something because basically the refrigerator and the sink's not working. But basically what I'm thinking is, so we kept the master bedroom flowing like you're saying, and it runs, it's gushing, it's running great. But it's just the one in the middle of the house just is seized up. But basically what I'm
Hi,
thinking
Selena.
is, so we kept the
Welcome, Conrad Homestead.
flowing like you're saying, and it runs, it's gushing, it's running great. But it's just seized up. Basically,
We're hearing some echo.
it's Selena. Selena.
Selena, did you turn your volume down where you can hear us? We're hearing some echo.
It's Selena. Selena.
Selena, turn your volume down where you can hear us. You may have to go all the way out, turn your YouTube volume down, and click back on the link. I'll throw the link back up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it sounds like your
you
water
could
line's
also
frozen, Farmer Q.
What's that? I'm sorry.
The hair dryer to the pipe too. That might it might work. I'm having a hard time getting my phone adjusted here.
I heard you Simply
I've never
Jam. What
done
did you
it
say,
on my
Twin
phone.
Brooks?
I want to try it though. Okay, say something, Selena. Let's see if you're working this time. Are you there, Selena? Can you hear us? Selena.
Is that better?
Are we on? So what state are you in, Selena? Do you have snow where you're at, Selena?
Is that better?
I think she muted us too. Like she muted the StreamYard volume as well.
Yeah, I was like, what state are you in, Selena?
I'm trying. Is that better?
I think she muted us too. Like she muted the StreamYard volume as well.
Yeah, I was like, what state are you in, Selena?
I said, is that better?
I think no, I don't think it is. What you do is go back out to the chat, turn your volume down to where you can't hear me talking, and then hit the link, and then you'll come in, and then you'll be using StreamYard's mic instead of YouTube's mic. Okay.
Gail, I'm gonna go out and I'm getting on my computer.
Okay, you're gonna go out and come back in. Okay.
Yep. Be right back.
All right.
All righty.
So Whiskey and Sunshine, you asked a question a while ago. Yeah, I'm pretty much ready for the snow. My walk behind snow blower needs a repair. I keep forgetting to fix it. But other than that, my tractor's ready to go with the 3-point snow blower on the back. So I'm ready. I won't be able to get around to the far side of my house.
Okay, is that
I
better?
clear a path all the way
Yeah,
around my
I don't
house.
hear an echo.
It's better.
You did it. You did it. Is this your first time on StreamYard, Selena, or have you been on before?
I've been on one time before with a group like this, but it was
Yeah.
echoing then too, and I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I've heard it explained this way so many times. I'm basically repeating what I heard because I didn't know. I've done it a few times myself. I did it
Long as it
last
works.
night. I forgot. I forgot to turn my volume down before I went in on my sister-in-law. So I do the same thing sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're here. Awesome. What state are you in? That's what I was asking you.
Oklahoma.
If you could hear me.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Okay.
I'm
I'll leave
getting
it.
all this cold.
Yeah. Do you have snow on the ground?
Here in Stillwell, a very little, but it's like 9 degrees and wind chill about 8 degrees below.
Ooh, yeah, it's super cold. Like I had
Yeah.
on an undershirt, a sweater, 2 jackets, boots,
Yeah. Well, I'm
and
not
only
even
one
going out.
glove because I have to have my right hand to feed the chickens and stuff. I have one glove on because I knew I couldn't do anything with the glove on. So
Yeah.
Okay, much
I'm not
better.
even
oh,
going out in
back
this.
out there. It took me a while. I had my hands like this, and I was listening to the pastor say the sermon, and I was just shivering in my hands, and I was like this, covering my hands. They were freezing. Because the first time I went out there, I didn't put any gloves on at all. But
Yeah.
Oh
I've been out
no.
there about 3 or 4 times taking care of animals and stuff. But I just do quick in and outs usually.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, I gotta go for now. I'll see y'all later.
Have a good
Bye.
day.
Bye.
coming
Have a
on.
wonderful day.
Bye.
I was gonna ask him about that seaweed thing that was on his video, but
Oh, okay. Well, send him a message on his video. That's how we communicate a lot. We just send each other messages on the videos.
Sorry to
What,
tell you,
Myra?
we are on 40 degrees in here.
You're 40 degree. Oh, in your
Oh,
house?
is it,
40
Jason?
degrees. It's raining though, like for 4 days already.
You're
Nonstop.
at 40 degrees outside,
Mm-hmm.
Myra?
Yes.
I'll
How'd
take
you miss
that.
all that? And he's at 45 and I'm at 10 degrees.
No.
What about you, Jan? What are you at?
Hold on, I'll tell you.
10 degrees and snowing in Texas. You got
It's
you a baby there,
snowing.
Selena?
Yeah. Got my grandbaby.
Oh,
It's 5 degrees. We're gonna drop to -5 with more snow, probably about 10 inches.
I can't
Mm-hmm.
imagine. That's awful.
And we woke up and our house was 57 degrees this morning. And the problem is we didn't have a lot of dry wood because we just got here and we were racing to get wood cut, season wood. So we're gonna hopefully go to the Amish store tomorrow. There's a mill and see if he has any season wood left and pick up a truckload of that. So, yeah, it's hard. We can get the fire going, but it doesn't want to stay long enough.
Yeah.
In the wood burning stove. Yep. Yeah. Now I'm sending it to you, Conrad. I don't want this crap.
Yeah, I don't want it either. Y'all can
No.
have it back
Wow.
up there in New England or
Yeah, and
somewhere.
it's supposed to sleep too, so Kevin's probably not going to work tomorrow.
My ankle that I just twisted, oh, this cold weather is just like making it ache worse.
Oh,
Oh man, it's awful. I hate it. Go ahead, Jan.
get some hand warmers because my feet are always cold. And I got some toe warmers, and I have those on my socks. And then I took some hand warmers, and you just sort of, mush the bag a little. And I put
Like
it
the one you
above
take
my,
deer hunting.
yeah, I put them above my ankle because right there I get really cold. And my feet are so toasty warm. It's like, yay. It's heaven on earth.
What do you have,
'Cause
Jan? Just a wood stove for heat?
I know well, we have a wood stove and a heat pump, but someone thought it was a great idea to put a heat pump in a 4-bedroom house.
Yeah.
And, I worked in the pool business for 12 years, and they're, it's made for a house. This one is, but to me, it's not big enough to carry this house, but it may be. The problem is we think the mouse got in the ductwork and there's a hole in it under the house because I'm seeing insulation come up on my floor vent in the bathroom and in one of the living room beds. So he was supposed to come Wednesday, then Thursday, and he drove off the road, slid off the road. And he said, well, can I come Monday or Tuesday? Well, now we're going to have 8 to 10 inches of snow and ice. So here, we're just struggling to keep the house warm and, keep it cooking. So, yeah, Springfield is getting a little more heat. No, baby, Springfield from the Table Rock Lake. Well, we're right by Stockton Lake, so we are we warmer than Springfield here, or
No, usually we're colder.
we're colder?
We're north.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're north, so yeah, we stay a little colder. But yeah, there's that.
I've got a amusing story. Where I used to work, I was the property assessor. I had to look at this one property, huge old drafty Victorian, huge, less than 3,000 square feet. Hear another voice.
And Kevin keeps talking. I can't hear you.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. I thought somebody else was talking here.
Yeah,
No,
I thought it was
no,
the TV for a second.
Here's
Gotta go
letting
out and
the
look at
dog.
this huge old Victorian. This couple from California bought it, and they ripped out all the cast iron heat, all the radiators, and they put in one tiny little pellet stove in the dining room. So I was walking through with the new owners from California, and they told me how they ripped out all the cast iron heat and put in this one tiny little pellet stove. So I said, you think you're going to heat this whole house with that one little pellet stove? And he said, oh, yeah, the pellet stove salesman told us that would heat the whole house.
Oh Lord!
Yeah, okay.
Poor
The
guy.
following year, they had
But
a
they
big,
fixed that right away.
yeah, the following year, the next summer, they had a permit for a new heating system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
My
betcha.
husband had one put in here a couple of years before we got married and I moved in, so we have the central heat and air. But our bedroom is really, really cold. I don't think there's enough insulation on it. We have an extra heater in there. We turn it on like about an hour before we go to sleep so that it's, warm enough to fall asleep.
Yeah, we have 2 space heaters, and they do a pretty good job. But we've been turning it up. Oh, the temperature on the thermostat like a degree, and then once it hits that temperature, then we turn it up again, and it's doing good now. But it was just it can't keep up. And until this gets fixed. I mean, last winter when we were here, even though it wasn't this cold, we were able to maintain. I mean,
this house though.
we
We didn't move here till
oh, that's right. We weren't in this house. We were
Springfield.
I'm so confused.
When did
We
y'all
were
move?
here in the spring,
You
April.
were here in
So, but
spring of 2020.
yeah,
Were you in Shed Wars last year, Jan?
no, just watched.
Just watch it. This will be
Yeah.
your first year too.
Mark asked me to do it, but we had just moved, and we had too much going on.
Yeah, I
No, there's
understand.
no way it was going to happen. But
Yeah, like kind of like Southern
yeah,
Blessed Woodworking, whatever. I could
yeah,
get his channel mixed up, but they're in the middle of moving, so
yeah.
I haven't seen an entry video, so maybe he decided not to do it.
Well, it seems like it'd be a big thing to do when you're on the road and your wife is working, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't.
definitely.
That's a big task to take on. So
Yeah, is your
I don't know.
grandbaby a boy or a girl?
A girl,
A girl. What's her
Yeah.
name? Well, you don't
Amanda.
have to tell us. I was like, wait a
Amanda.
minute, that might be too personal.
No, I'm working on
I
getting
try to
custody.
get in what custody?
Mhm.
Oh, that's sweet.
The mother ran off and
Oh,
left her.
that happens. Well, she's very lucky to have you.
Thanks.
Yeah,
So
that's good. That's very good.
I can't believe anybody would leave something like this.
I know. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
She's only been a
amazing.
month old.
Bye, Ray, Urban Grandpa Prepper. He's going to go watch a movie with his wife. We kind of did our
You're
celebrating
right, yeah, Jason.
yesterday.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh, I said we did our Valentine celebrating yesterday.
I
My
don't
husband
do
bought me a
Valentine's.
heavy duty watering hose for my yard and a couple of CDs.
Awesome.
But but it's a nice one with a sprayer, like, because mine that I had, every time I walk across the yard to water my pecan tree, it would get a kink in it, and I'd be so mad. And I was like, that's gonna be a
I know.
long summer. But he bought me a new hose, so yay.
Yay. I know we have how big is that from our when we were carrying the hose to this part, and then we had that hose out there. What was it? How many is it, an acre?
I don't know.
From our front of our house to the garden, maybe about a half acre. Stop. He wants up on the couch. Will you get him, please? But anyway, I'd get just about where I needed to be to water and nothing. And I was like, oh, I get so mad. I have to walk all the way
Find the kink.
It's
Well, it's a practical gift, but it's something I can use for my gardening, so it makes me happy. But some
Yeah.
women would probably be like, that's not a very romantic gift. But I'm like, yeah, but it's practical, and I did need one. So. How many headaches it's going to save me from having to walk back and fix that kink out of the hose every time?
Right.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to try to put her in bed.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Selena, for coming on, saying hi.
She'll be right
good
back.
quality.
I don't know if she's
heavy,
going to.
No, I'm not going to go off. I'm just going to go put her in bed.
Okay. Okay.
a good quality heavy hose is really helpful.
It is.
Yes.
It is. I'm going to be so
is.
excited. I don't even really want him to put it out until all this cold weather because I don't want any weather messing with it until it's ready time to use it.
Exactly.
On my seedlings out in the greenhouse, I've just been watering them with a water jug. I've been filling them up from the water hose into the water jug and then bringing it out there because it's at the very back of the yard.
Do you use warm water when you water it, or is it warm in there?
It's warm in the room.
Said,
not today. It's not warm, but usually I go out there. It's like 80, and then I have to open those vents first thing.
yeah.
But right now, of course, it's.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they'll survive this cold snap that we're going through.
Yeah. Jason
If
said
not,
Stockton Lake doesn't have nearly the thermal mass of Table Rock. It might not be giving you much help there. You got that right, Jason. Yeah. What was I gonna tell you? Oh yeah. So I will not allow Kevin to do Valentine's Day. When
oh
when I
really?
met him, I said, we're talking about getting married. I said, there's one thing you need to know. Don't ever buy me flowers for Valentine's Day or
And
candy or
chocolate.
cards. And he got so excited. He's like, yes. And, because
Wow.
I hate Valentine. I don't even say happy Valentine's Day except in this context. I hate
Yeah.
it's like you love each other every day. Just keep loving each
Exactly.
other every day.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't want no day. It's like St. Patrick. I don't participate in any of those. I know people are like, you're such a Scrooge. And we don't do presents for Christmas I said,
Yeah.
if you want to get me something, ask me in the middle of September or June or July, what do I need? And usually it's a tool. And, I drive my family nuts because I'm like, hey, I need a new screwdriver. I need some pliers. Would you give me a little chainsaw? That's what I get excited about this.
Indiana Backyard Gardener said, I forgot it was Valentine's.
Oh, you're not missing nothing.
I don't think my husband remembers that's Valentine's, but I don't care.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want nothing to do with
I
it.
think you should be like in Valentine's Day every day. You
Yeah,
don't need
Yeah.
It
to
is every day for
somebody
me.
to tell you that you need to be kind and nice or
and
buy a
buy
present for
expensive
somebody
things.
that you love.
Yeah,
So whenever you
Thank
feel it,
mean,
you do it.
yeah.
You feel it, you do it.
And I don't say happy holiday stuff, Pepper. I will say Merry Christmas, although I'm a little quirky about that. I'm quirky. I've got my issues. But like Valentine's didn't he slaughter thousands or I don't know, a bunch of people, not thousands, but didn't St. Valentine's Day slaughter people or something, or was that St.
Oh,
Pat? I don't know. So I don't know. It's just me.
you're probably thinking
I'm a
of the
weirdo.
you're probably thinking of the wasn't it the mob shooting in Chicago that happened on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I don't.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, that too, Kevin.
Uh,
Oh, he went outside with the dog.
What state did that happen in, Rick?
I think Chicago.
Chicago.
We have a history buff here in the crowd.
My husband, but he's outside. He has everything locked tight in this computer of his,
I know.
and
My
mine
husband
just
has
goes
really good
whoosh.
memory too.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh, no.
honey. Oh, that's a dog. Hey, Ted.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Wow. Now you can see what our weather's doing outside
Oh
right now.
yeah.
That's my husband.
Yeah,
Wow.
here we go.
Wow. That's some serious
Wow.
snow for Texas.
Wow.
Oh golly, you're not kidding.
Wow.
Oh,
I didn't know he was going to do that. I just
Happy
looked down and there
first
was the
weekend
snake.
out.
I wish we could flip our cameras around. This one. I don't know how, or I don't think we can.
It looks cold out there. Ooh,
Yeah.
you're
Oh, it's
making me
only 9
cold just
degrees
looking
out
at you.
here.
It
I
looks
mean,
like it's still coming down. It's just like falling in front of your face.
Yeah.
yeah, oh, yeah. It's a heavy. It's a nice, heavy,
Is that-
constant snow.
Wow.
Is that your yard, Gail?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our backyard.
Wow.
There's her. That's her elevated raised beds. There's her raised beds that I made her, and the
Wow.
And then turn the other way, you can see the greenhouse and my new compost bins. There you go.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. You are getting some snow there, girl.
Yeah. You can see my yard's getting ready for shed wars.
Yeah.
So we got,
Okay, everyone.
yeah, judging by the rates we had, we got 4 inches of snow already.
4 inches.
Yeah.
Wow. Last time when the girls were here, it snowed, but it wasn't as cold as it is today. And we actually got out there and we played in the snow with our girls. You know, they're in high school, but they had stayed home with Mama because when we have to take them home on Sunday, we have to cross the bridge there over the lake. So we decided just to let them stay home with Mama on Sunday. So it's just the two of us this weekend. Wow, that's some wind there.
Yeah.
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 Woo.
There's our tree.
Wow.
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 How many inches is that, Chaz?
He said
I'm
4.
guessing about 4 to 5.
4 or 5.
Whoa.
Oh, look at
And
Brutus.
And it's
got
still
the
going
hiccup.
strong.
Ooh.
My word.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, that's enough of the YouTube weather report in Breckenridge, Texas. So I'm going to get back inside and I'm going to get off.
Thank you
YouTube
for
weather.
the YouTube weather
Texas.
report for Breckenridge.
Bye,
Yeah.
guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, Chaz. Thank you.
He should have had a big fan next to him blowing wind and snow. To make it worse.
I know. That's crazy. I didn't know he was going to do that. I don't, I'll put that up because he's talking to you, so.
Yes, Robert, that's right. That's what I said. I need a pig, chickens. I had rabbits, but we got rid of the rabbits. And I wanted ducks, but Kevin said no ducks. He's adamant, no ducks. So next thing we get are sheep.
Sheep?
Sheep, yeah. We're getting
So you have pigs, chickens,
just pigs and chickens and the dogs right now.
pigs and chickens and 2 dogs.
Yeah, we weighed the pigs, and our pig is 132, and Diana's pig is 120 something.
So,
And yeah, I think you're right. It's Valentine's Day Massacre.
Yeah.
I was reading comments earlier.
Thank you for the weather report. Wow, you look cold. Ooh.
I had to get out of there because my fingers were starting to get
Oh
frostbite.
man, yeah. This is that cold.
Yeah.
I'm glad that warmer snow happened when the girls were here so we could get out there and play with them. Because you know they're in high school. They're not going to be around much longer to do that stuff. So
Yeah.
this
Chris Vaughn wants to know what part of Texas.
it's Breckenridge.
Breckenridge, Hickory,
Right.
Croft,
About
hello.
2 hours from Dallas and an hour from Abilene. If you know where that any of that
we're
is.
about 80 miles.
About 2
due
hours
west,
from Mineral Wells.
80 miles due west of Fort Worth.
80 miles due west of Fort Worth. That's what he said.
Yeah, you're close to Farmer too.
Yes.
Yeah, we are pretty close.
And also to Lion Crest.
Yeah. Oh, Farmer Q is Lioncrest.
Oh, okay.
I wonder how far you live from the Texas boys.
The worm guy.
You're both. Oh, Adrian May's Homestead Chronicles.
Yeah, they're in Fort.
Yeah, they're in Fort Worth too.
Okay.
What did you ask Jan while he was saying something at the same time?
I wonder how close you are to the Texas boys.
The what boys?
Texas.
Is that another channel?
Yeah, Texas boys. They're
I
in
don't know that one.
East Texas.
I know Nunya, Texas, Lioncrest, May's Homestead Chronicles, the back 21. I know. I'm sure there's some out there I haven't found yet.
Sorry. Okay, go on now.
There's another one today.
He's getting very big.
happy
Just like-
Valentine's Day, Hickory Craft Farm. Don't say anything to
Shh.
Simply Jan.
Don't say anything to the Scrooge.
Instead of saying Happy Valentine's Day, we'll just say we love you, Jen.
Thank you. Thank you.
We
I
love
like
you so
that.
much. We're running
We
your
love you,
channel right now.
but
See,
it's
there
not.
you go.
It's not Valentine's Day today. Just
That's
we
on
love
the.
you.
That's on the my husband's computer.
Thank
That's
you,
where I
Gail.
run channels
Uh
during the
oh,
day.
Sorry, just dropped you on
you don't need to read us.
the Yeah. Yeah,
So,
Kevin was
Yeah.
so happy that I said that. He's like,
Hello.
oh man, that's
Oh.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
I might not always be on, but I'm always watching thanks to her.
Where's,
So
where's
he's
the weapon?
looking
Ed?
up.
He's watching even when he's at work and he doesn't know. A lot of times it's on his channel. So if you see it come up, Taz,
Yeah, I
that's me
always
running
know
his
who
channel
Cass
when he's
is.
not even here. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, I go on and subscribe to people. I'm like, oh, so and so needs another sub, so I'll go on there and subscribe. I just
Yeah.
subscribed him to Cat Without a Hat earlier. Without the hat. I always say without a hat, but it's without the hat. I always get that wrong.
Oh, no. Brutus has the most ear-piercing bark. It's terrible. Hey, babe, they're eating a pillow.
How early does he wake you up in the morning, Jan?
Oh, well.
2 o'clock.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock,
Ooh.
sometimes 3.
Ooh.
And, you know, we like to wear him out. I mean, we're thinking we're wearing his butt out. He's playing, he's going, tearing through the house with his mama. I mean, we let him outside and run like the wind. And he comes in, he'll lay down. And you can't keep him awake at that. He's going to go to sleep, you know. So he takes a little nap, and we do it all over again. All day long, this happens. And then inevitably, 1, 2 o'clock, Kevin gets up at 4. And, you know, you're like, Brutus, shut up. You know, he's just like,
Is that him right next to you there?
that's Lily's tail.
That's
Lily,
Lily.
come here. Come here, Lily.
I think his.
Say
Yeah.
hi. Say hi, everybody. That's Mama Dog.
Mama dog.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's a good girl. That's our Lily. Yeah, she's beautiful.
Indiana backyard. That's heavy. Wind chill advisory. Frostbite within 30 minutes of exposure. That's
Oh, yeah, that's what we have here, too. Well, they're in Indiana. They're not too far from us.
wow.
Yeah, he was only out there like 5 or 7 minutes, and he was already like my hands earlier. I went out 3 times. The first time I actually did a little filming, and my hands when I came back in, I was like, ooh,
Oh,
that
no.
was it was piercing.
I ran
I
out
need to
just
go and water the plants that are inside of the greenhouse or polytunnel, whatever you call it. And yeah, I'm still thinking it, and it's 36, so I don't even want to think about 5 degrees or anything like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
no kidding.
10 degrees.
I poured water for the chickens. I was pour
The
hot
cold
water,
blizzard,
you know, and
in the backyard gardener.
I did not put my gloves on because it's like out the back door to the right, go in, right? My fingers felt like they were frostbitten. It was so cold, and my face, I mean, it felt like my skin was melting off my face. It was so
Ouch.
cold.
That sounds painful.
And
Wow.
you know, Kevin and I've been, he was born and raised in Iowa. I was born and raised in Illinois. But I lived in Texas for 45 years and became acclimated to that weather. And I'm like, we're both like, oh, we'll get acclimated to this. And of course, we have one of the worst winters. So we get
Hot water freezes faster than cold water. Is that true?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Huh. Because I was going out there with the hot kettle of water, pouring it into the bowls to break up the ice that was in there. And I thought, oh, I'll melt it and it'll stay and it won't freeze as quick. But
Well, I poured our frozen water too. It doesn't. it becomes cold. I mean, I can stick my finger in there and it's cold. It's just to break up the ice because we have it in a pan right now. Jack on the Little House on the Prairie. The puppy stuffed pepper.
Yeah, it does.
Or
Now that I
Lily.
think about it, hi, Grammy Karen.
I don't remember which one, the little one or the mama.
I think she's talking about Lily, or he
Karen?
or she. Stuffed Pepper's talking about Lily.
Hello. We're back.
Yeah, I think they're talking about Lily.
Lily. Oh,
Lily,
okay.
yeah.
She's border collie, half border and half Australian shepherd. And then her puppies were blue heeler. And
okay.
yeah. Evaporation, one explanation, the effect is that the hot water cools, loses mass. Yeah, my son did an experiment in school. What froze faster? Hot water ice cubes or cold water ice cubes, and the hot ones froze faster.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
I learned something new today.
Yeah, me too.
There you go. There's my lesson for today.
Oh, Chris, that's
I
a
got
good
just a
idea.
little bit
We
smarter.
should do that. We should do that. Go
Somebody threw
outside.
hot coffee outside and watched it freeze.
Yeah, watch it
Oh, you learned it
freeze.
from your girl. Yeah.
It would freeze instantly right now because it's so dang cold.
Yeah, it would for sure.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be like a science class.
Yeah.
Yeah. A well-sealed bottle filled with saline solution can slow the formation of ice in your livestock waters, but if it stays too cold long enough, they will still freeze over. I have heard that, Jason.
I saw on the video of the Vineyard Chicks yesterday where they took bottles of water and put salt in the bottom and then put water in there and put that in the animals' feeders, I guess to keep the water from freezing as fast. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what Jason is saying.
Celtic Root Farm. I don't know if anybody follows them. Celtic Root Farm did they only live a few miles from me. They did an experiment, have the video on it from probably a couple of weeks ago. And they did different types of bowls with different types of water or something. I forget the details. Now, they took a bowl of water and put a little water bottle filled with water and salt or something in that. They put that into one of the bowls, and they did something different for each bowl. There were probably 6 or 8 different bowls to see which one would freeze first and which one would freeze last. And they had he didn't say what it was. He had something special in one of the bowls, and it didn't freeze. So I don't know what's in that bowl.
Yeah,
what did you put in your bottles? She said it works. I've done it every winter. Hey, cat without the hat.
Jason Neighbors said, I suppose a bottle of whiskey would work.
Okay, you buy. We'll try.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't drink liquor, so I don't mind trying it.
Yeah.
I wonder if it would freeze if you threw it up in the air. We should try. I wonder if vodka would. Because you put it in the freezer.
If you put it in the freezer, back when I used to drink, if you put it in the freezer, it won't freeze. So
no,
whiskey, vodka, any of that.
Huh.
I think wine coolers will though.
Oh heck yeah! They'll turn into a slushy.
Yeah, which is
bring your own experiment parties are the best. Robert says.
I still have like a wine cooler or two every once in a while. My husband got me some for my birthday, a couple of packs, and I drank on it a couple of weeks, and they were pretty good.
Shut up.
Not too much Not too much alcohol you can buy in this little bitty city, but you can buy wine coolers
Yeah.
and beer.
Let's see.
Rubbing alcohol would work the same. Rubbing
Oh.
alcohol. Hey, that's a good idea.
Now, is it sea salt or is it iodized salt? Or is it pink Himalayan salt? I mean, let's get
I thought
technical.
I remembered them with that
No,
little
hickory cross.
cardboard paper container, that you buy salt in, like
Does
regular
it
iodized salt.
Because I'm not using my good salt.
Yeah, I have a couple
But
of those paper containers.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of them I put into jars though for safekeeping. Kind of
Yeah.
like a prepper thing to have your salt.
Yeah, you don't want it in a little
That's
box.
one of the things that the preppers always say you're supposed to keep. You're supposed to keep salt around.
Yeah.
And I'm
All right,
thinking you try to
Hickory
keep around things that you flavor meat with, like soy sauce and Worcestershire sauce, stuff like that.
Oh,
You're gonna
yeah.
have to eat something out of your backyard. It better at least have some seasoning on it.
Yeah, ice
That's
cream
my
salt
my
should
little
work too. Yes.
theory. Ice cream
Yeah.
salt, yeah.
I was
We
watching.
use
I was watching on the History Channel a while back. What was it called? The Men That Fed America. There was one series, The Men That Built America, another one, The Men That Fed America. And it was about all the big companies that we have now, like Kraft and Heinz. And one thing I didn't know, a lot of the condiments that we have now, ketchup and mustard and all these different condiments, they were made to put on meat because a lot of the meat that was eaten back in the late 1800s was no good. It was rancid meat, but that's all they had. So they put the condiment on to cover the rancid taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds appetizing. I make that joke and people look at me like I'm crazy, but we never know what might happen in this world with all the stuff going on right now. So it doesn't hurt to have some extra food and candles and different things like that in your house to
Oh, yeah.
and even like an ice storm, our power could go out and hey, you're gonna need some blankets, some candles, some food that's not that you don't have to cook and stuff like that. So
Thank God for a wood stove, because when our power went out, we were so grateful to have it.
Jason only have 300 pounds of salt stored.
Only. You better stock up, buddy. Or
see, I didn't know Jason was a prepper. See, most smart preppers they keep their mouth shut. They don't talk about what they have.
Oh, Alabama farm life. No, you do not want it. No, hush your mouth.
Snow without maybe this super, super cold that it is, maybe it might be fun. Yeah. The last time it was nice. It was like a warm snow where you could still get out there and kind of enjoy it a little bit. Today, there's no way you could be out there very long.
No.
10 degrees, no way.
I mean, you open our door and we lose such a massive amount of heat. It sucks it out. It's so cold.
Oh, Robert. Oh, my goodness. Can you read it, Jan?
What?
Homestead Aquarius. Oh yeah, salt makes your neighbors taste better. Good one.
He's got such a warped mind.
Oh, your kids are hoping to go sledding. I watched a channel where they went to this park and they had to climb up these stairs. They got up to the top of the mountain. They had these plastic things and they were sliding down.
Oh, heck yeah.
And the lady was trying to catch the kids as they were coming out. Like, you're going to hurt yourself doing that.
Gotcha.
You just pray and let them go,
Yeah.
I was like, you're going to hurt yourself trying to stop them.
No
Was this at
kidding,
a
that's
park?
dangerous.
Was it at a park, Gail?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, let's see.
You're right, Jason.
Yeah, they were kind of walking, like getting exercise, but they also had their little plastic things. And I think it was a grandma and her 2 or 3 stepchildren. Yeah. It was
So
some new channel I was watching. I don't remember the name of it.
they were sledding in the snow.
Sledding in the snow. Yeah. And it was up north,
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Trying to remember what's
Where the crazy people live.
you watch so many videos and you're like, I forget who that was, but I did see a video.
It was that one. that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not one that's normally in our circle, one that I just found along the way.
Yeah.
When I go and subscribe, I try to watch 2 of their videos. So I was watching 2, my 1 of 2 videos of hers that she had, and she just happened to be in the park sledding. I was like, oh, I've never done that. I want to do that.
Oh, well, you could do it now.
Yeah, if I can find a hill. Hey, baby, where's the hill?
Well, what we used to do is we hooked our sled up to a rope on the bumper of the car,
Uh-huh.
and we just sled it behind the
You said the
car.
park's got a hill?
See, yeah, there you just.
Oh, that'd be a fun video, me sliding down the hill at the park and with some kind of makeshift sled. Yelling like a small child or something.
Yeah,
Snow
just get a
shovel.
big piece of cardboard and slide on that.
Yeah,
Cardboard?
Yeah.
or box, yeah.
What about a tote? What about the lid of a tote? Like,
Yeah.
Of
like a
course.
regular size tote, you hold it?
Yeah, that'll work.
We used garbage can lids, tote
Garbage
lids,
can lid, yeah.
cardboard boxes, anything that would slip. And then sometimes, if my mom would let us, we'd take a wax candle on the lid or the garbage can and we'd wax it and then take a rag over it and get it real slick. And then off we went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the aluminum saucers. We used to put wax on those. Grease
Yeah.
Wax them all up. And then on the sleds, actual sleds, you get the runners and you oil those up or wax them up. Really
Yeah, we had
fun.
toboggans too, so we did a lot of tobogganing. And you wax that baby up, you better not be standing in front of that to stop it. You're gonna die or come out with broken arms and legs.
They used to make them out of wood back in the Little House on the Prairie days. They made them out of wood.
Yeah,
I don't
that's what ours were, wood. Indiana said they have a hill, sledding hill right near them.
Jason Aver says the hood of a 67 Buick LeSabre. You can fit
Yeah.
about 10
Hey,
people
I
on
had
that.
a 67 Buick
right.
LeSabre. Her name was Bessie.
You can get the whole
Yeah.
neighborhood on that.
Heck,
She only went
golly.
sledding at. So she just had Indiana Backyard Gardener just had her first sledding 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I better hurry up before I get too old to hold on.
Yeah.
I've never been, and I think I've never will.
If I did it, I would only go a couple of times because
At least
my luck
one
would
time.
run out
Feet
by
up.
about 5 or 6 probably.
Yeah, keep your feet up in the air or crisscross them. And don't let go.
If you go head first, make sure you're not headed toward a tree.
Don't
Yeah.
go toward a tree. Just try to get away from the
Avoid
tree.
trees at all costs.
Don't do a Sonny Bono.
Oh,
I
man.
suffered enough with my son. We didn't have snow, but we used to live in the country, and there was a lot of places where he could slide, but it was just in the dirt, and he will
Yeah.
use whatever, even an old mattress, and go down the hill and
Yeah.
get it. It was boom, 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 boom down the hill. I suffered enough. No.
Yes. It's fun because kids, they have no limit. They will take
Whatever.
anything and have fun.
Do you remember the big wheels that will have one wheel
Mhm.
in the front and two in the back? He wanted one, but without the back wheels, so he can go down the hill with the big wheel.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, I used to call him Cool My Cool. Yeah,
What's that mean?
he loves danger. It's a
Oh,
oh
cartoon.
yeah,
It's a
gotcha.
cartoon, and he will say, "I
like a
love
daredevil.
danger." Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
like a daredevil. My daughter is going to be 46, and she got a big wheel 2 years ago for her birthday. That's what she wanted. Yeah, I didn't. It's just a regular big wheel. It's for a bigger kid. It's not the little.
Yeah.
But she sent me videos of her doing the wheelie, the spins. Like, you're messed up. Whose kid are you anyway? But I'm
Yeah, I actually like driving in those little go-karts at the, prime time or whatever your little fun place.
Who
Yeah.
was it? Oh, Chris Baum said I hit a tree and the sled went up the tree and over my hand. A friend of mine hit
Hi,
a
Lala Farms.
hey Lala Farm.
Thank you.
A friend of mine hit a tree. Ended up in the
Oh,
hospital with a concussion. He was in the hospital for a couple of days.
wow.
He was going down head first on the sled. And at the bottom of this one trail that we would follow, there was a huge tree right in the middle of the trail. You had to decide if you wanted to go to the right or to the left. If you went to the right, you ended up in a brook. If you went to the left, you had to avoid some other trees. And I guess he couldn't decide which way he wanted to go. So he hit
Oh
the
my
tree.
word. Hey Rick.
Yeah.
Chris said he hit a tree and the sled went up the tree and over my head. Ay 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 ay. Hey Dutch. Did I say hi, Rick?
hello, Rick.
Hello,
I get lost who I
hello.
said hi to.
Lala Farm said, good panel. I'm like, oh, that's sweet.
Mhm.
We're just up having a little afternoon chat.
I felt so bad. I don't know how I did it, but I missed Conrad's interview with them. And
Lala Farms?
yes, and I
I
was like,
know. Every week I've been watching them consistently, and somehow this week I was so wrapped up in whatever I was doing, I missed it. I think I'll go back and just hit the replay and see
yeah, I
watch
did.
because I've
It
been
was
watching
good.
them every week, and then all of a sudden I missed one.
I know. I'm like, what? How'd I
I don't
do
know
this?
how, and I didn't realize until the next day. I was like, oh, yesterday was Wednesday. I missed it.
Okay, I'm a
It
girl.
was a minor
Girls
injury.
are tough.
Everybody that will come home will offer to fix the big wheel, but he didn't want to fix.
He didn't want.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was
He wanted
put
it to be
out
like
there.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was saying, "No, I'm fine."
That's so funny.
Lala Farms, who
Yeah.
are you gonna have on next week?
Good afternoon, Lala Farm. Yeah, he didn't want to fix.
We
No.
used to take our bikes down this hill, and I'm not exaggerating, and it went just like this. And then at the end of it, it had a big ditch. And if you could get over that ditch, and oh, cool, Lee's Arkansas bound is next.
These Arkansas brown
So if you could get down that hill, which it had bumps and trees and branches and everything in the way, and then get to that ditch, and at the ditch you could drop your bike or whatever. But if you made it that far without destroying your bike or it was like a badge of honor. And we had so much fun just killing ourselves. I mean, we had broken arms, broken legs,
Oh, was
broken
Lee's Arkansas bound was the one you asked for Rick to do?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
threatened Rick. Yes, I did.
It's kind of a coincidence because I actually have them on my shout out list for tomorrow.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Rick says I threatened him. I did not. I just said, hey, you need to contact Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
When
in
you-
Indiana, by your gardener, they had it all figured out. They will go down the hill in one place, and then they will round up all the like in the front of the street, and they'll come up to the front of the house, and then we'll go again. So they had all figured out. They didn't go up the hill. They
Huh.
yeah.
a frugal farm.
Hello.
Yeah, you got that right, Indiana backyard gardener. The hardest part is getting back up the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The closest thing I've done to sledding is the water part, where you have to climb all those stairs. By the time you get up there, you're like, you're huffing and
Yes.
puffing. Okay, wait a minute. Give me a sec. Then we'll go down.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's
Hi,
good
Chris,
exercise.
Yeah. That is the hardest part is getting back up. But when you're a kid, it's not so bad. But when you have a bike and trees in the way, I mean, we eventually made a path, but I can't believe we never got in trouble for doing it.
Yeah.
We got yelled at when people busted themselves up. But
Yeah.
I dropped my
Got
bike.
hurt.
If I knew I was going to get hurt, I just put the brakes on, dropped my bike, and slid a little. And worse I got was a scrape.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time on my bicycle when I was young. Just riding around. You know, our dad gave us a specific area to ride. We'd ride around, bust up our knees and
Yeah.
elbows, and I think
Hey,
that's how I broke one of my pinkies. I have one that's kind of, see how this one's straight and this one's kind of turned. I think I must have did that on a bike when I was a kid. Just ride that thing around. I know it's been like that that's the only thing I can figure out because I don't remember ever breaking it. But when I was a kid, I was tough. I'd be hurt and I'd still be going. I think half the time I didn't even tell mom, you know.
Mm-hmm. M&C is in the house. Gail and Frugal
Who
Farmer.
is?
M&C, how are you guys
MNC,
doing?
hello.
Hello,
Hello,
MNC.
MNC.
What you been up to?
I broke my front teeth when I was about 12 years old.
Oh.
Must have been April, and hockey season had just ended. Back then, we didn't wear helmets or mouth guards or anything. My mother was thrilled because I made it through another hockey season without losing any teeth. And then I snuck out one day. I was supposed to stay home and snuck out with a friend of mine. We went over to another friend's house. He lived up on top of a hill. I grabbed his bike to ride down the hill. I didn't know that the handlebars didn't work. So I managed to get all the way down the hill, bounce the bike all the way down the road, all the way down the hill. And I got to the bottom and tried to slow down, and there was still sand at the bottom of the road.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I hit that sand and flipped over and landed on my teeth.
Oh.
My husband loves hockey too. What game team do you like, Rick?
Bruins.
The Bruins, yeah.
The Bruins
When I was in Rhode
yeah.
Island, I used to go watch the Bruins and the farm team for the Bruins.
Yeah.
Which was the Providence.
It was different names. Providence Reds, maybe at the time.
No, maybe. What was the one before or after that name?
Providence Bruins now. They've had different names over the years.
Yeah, I watched the Bruins themselves, but I actually watched the farm team too. I watched both of those when I lived in Rhode Island. That was my first hockey game was when I lived in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
And then I've been to Dallas to see the Dallas Stars because I was born in Dallas. So
My sister got hit with a hockey puck at a game and busted her nose wide open. Twice.
Those things are hard.
Yeah, I can't imagine being hit with a hockey puck at a game because, you know,
I bet Rick's
they're coming
been
at you full force.
I need to step out for a minute. I'm going to see if I can put water my plants before it's too cold or too
Okay.
late. I'll be back.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Mara. M&C is 5 in Missouri, snowing and dropping. It's going down,
10
down.
degrees and snowing in Texas. There's my weather report.
They got a lot of snow.
Texas?
Yeah, Gail and Taz.
Yeah.
It's mind blowing.
Yeah. Third snow
I
in
know.
1 year. New Year's Eve. I mean that New Year's Eve, New Year's Day time frame. That one, and then one more, the one where we played in the snow and he hit me in the face with a snowball,
Mhm.
and then this one.
Now, how many years ago did we have that first snow, babe? That was about an inch, half inch, or 3 inches.
That was December 7th of 2017.
Yes, 2017.
That's down in San Antonio area.
Yeah, that was. We live near San Antonio in Canyon Lake. Yeah.
Jason Avers' kitchen water is iced up.
Uh-oh.
See, Lala Farm says it's 55 here in Northeast Florida.
Raining.
You
Yeah.
got the warmest weather I've heard so far.
My friends out there on the road said I-40 is shut down from. Oh, I know. It's been terrible. The
Welcome,
freeways. Hitch a chick, hey. And like I was saying, I'm pretty sure is not going to work tomorrow. He does glass, so commercial glass.
We got indoor work though tomorrow.
They have indoor work, but we live out in the country. He's not going. I'm just putting my foot down. I don't care.
My husband will probably go.
No.
He'll drive, but when he's not too far, but still.
It's an hour.
Yeah.
I don't go out on icy roads anymore.
No ice.
Matter of fact, tonight is the 20th anniversary. I was in a real bad accident on an icy road. Ended up in the hospital for a month, and I was laid up for several months. Long story, but I ended up getting crushed between 3 cars.
Oh my goodness, that's
internal
awful.
injuries. Had my femur bones broken. I got titanium rods now in my fingers.
Oh no!
Working together.
That's
I don't go out on icy roads anymore.
I bumped the back of someone when I lived in Oklahoma City on the icy roads, and I only worked like a few minutes from my house too. But it just was,
no!
Hello, Harry, Highland Harry on the prairie.
Hey, Highland Harry on the prairie.
Much.
How much? It's still snowing, Harry. And how many inches do you think we have, babe?
We probably got an inch and a half.
About an inch and a half, but it's still coming down. I mean, it's coming down hard. It's bad.
The wind looks like it's blowing.
And the wind is crazy here.
15,
so yeah, Rick, I'm glad you said that because I said we were both born and raised up north. And there's one thing you never, ever, ever do, and that's drive on ice. And if it's windy and snowing and you don't know what's in that, and all you need to hit is one little patch of gray ice or black ice, and you're out of control, and you don't want that. Yeah, you spin like a top. That's right. I should have read Frugal Farmer's comment.
One year, every Christmas I go after Christmas shopping the day after Christmas. So I was at my mom and dad's house in Abilene, or maybe I lived there at the time. I can't even remember. But I was driving going to Walmart to get my awesome deals, and I was in one lane. I hit a patch of ice, spun all the way around going the other direction. It just happened to be so early in the morning that nobody else was in that lane, or I could have gotten a real bad accident.
Oh, yeah.
And it stopped my car for a while, and I called my dad, and he was on his way to get me, and I tried it again, and it worked. And I was in the middle of the road and everything. And I said, Dad, I got it started. I just waited a little bit, and I guess it shut down, and then I turned it off and let it just be for a little while, and then turned it back on, and it worked.
Yeah, that happened to me on I-45 in Houston, downtown Houston, and I just hit one little patch on the freeway, and I was going like 10 miles an hour.
It all the way into the other lane, going the other direction.
It turned me around, and
it scared me to death.
Yeah, and then of course there's a Yahoo going 40, and he hits the same thing, and he hits the wall, and thank God he didn't get hurt. That's when I was telling you. I don't know if you're on the live. I was yelling at him. I'm like, you're an idiot. What are you thinking? you know. And I mean, I thought 10 was slow. Truth is, well, I didn't know it was icy out because it was Houston, you know. It was cold, but it didn't seem like it would ice. But I was on a freeway, and yeah, you just can't. It's not worth the risk. And Rick, I'm
No.
glad you
That
are
big old
okay.
accident in Dallas,
I
some
know
of
you
those people weren't even
odds
doing
and
anything. They were just on the road. And then everybody started slowing down and they were too close together and they couldn't slow down quick enough. I didn't
you
watch a
can't
video
stop.
of it.
You have no ability.
My
It's
sister,
bad. No, M&C, I'm not doing it in a truck. I will not go out in our truck on these streets. Nope.
yeah.
I told Kevin what yesterday we had to go get pig feed, chicken feed. I was like, I'm
Oh,
not
yeah. I think, didn't
taking
you
the
do a
truck.
video where you were having to go out? Somebody's phone.
Who is that?
Maybe it's Myra. She's not there to attend to it. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I just thought of that. I was like, maybe it's Myra. Or maybe it's Rick. He looks guilty. He's got a smile on his face.
Wasn't me.
Are you guilty over there, Rick?
No. I thought it was something on my desk ringing.
I know
Oh,
we're all looking. Yeah, like,
well,
Hitch and
some
Chick
people.
said we spun out in Michigan years ago, 3 minutes in the middle of Route 686, landed backwards in a snowbank. Not cool.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I must have missed that one. Okay, that one was up there.
Going for a ride. Jason said you hit it when they'll catch you going for a ride.
Mhm.
So the moral of the story is do what I'm doing. Bundle up. Stay home.
Stay home.
Gail and
Eat
Rick.
what you have. Take care of your animals. Make sure
Yep.
your faucets are dripping, and
Yes.
make sure you
Hey,
know where your
Haley's
candles
beauty
are in
corner.
case your power goes out. You'll know where to go and find them.
Oh, well, what we had to do is, we have a light bulb in the well house, but it wasn't enough. So Kevin went to the farm store and he found this bad to the bone little heater made for well houses and put it in there, and it's kept our water thawed out the whole time. So no more frozen pipes. So that was good. He went under the house thinking they were frozen under the house, bless his heart, and he didn't feel good. But now he's fine. But he had a cold, and I was like, oh man, I hate for you to go under there. But we had to figure it out. And he goes, it's not frozen under here. And he goes, I'm going to go check the well house. So he checked the spigot, and no water came out of that. And he knew that it was the well house pipes. And in like 15 minutes, we had our water running.
Yeah, I think to get solar panels, we would have to take out some of our trees. I think my husband looked into that, but
They ran a good covers.
yeah, I went and subbed to them last night. They came on. They came on my sister-in-law's live.
Yes.
Oh, and they play piano. I'm trying to figure out what they do, but they play piano.
Okay. You had a phone call while you were away.
Yes, you did. Somebody called.
Is it?
She said,
Nobody calls me.
we all thought it was Rick over here because he had a big old smile on his face. He said he was looking all over his desk trying to figure out what was going on. We're like, you look guilty over there.
You know,
I used
the
to say
only
that
guy
to
that
one of
calls me is that guy called Spam. It's always calling me.
A guy
Spam
called
risk?
Pam?
Spam risk.
Oh, I've been getting a lot of those spam risks lately too.
That's the only guy that calls me.
So that wasn't you, Tyrannical Covers. That wasn't you playing piano.
It's an important call about your car warranty.
Yes, I've been trying to reach you. We've been trying to reach you about your expired car warranty.
Yeah.
Yes.
That or they're calling a 80-year-old lady asking her about taking classes at some college or something, some online course. She's like, yeah,
who do you
sure.
have
I'm
for
going to
your
learn that
electric
tomorrow.
bill?
Something
I love
really
Nona.
awful.
Nona Gray, she always gets these spam calls, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
gets on there and Jack's with them. And she has like conversations, and the one guy says, "I'm going to marry your daughter," and she goes, "You are?"
That's weird.
Oh my God! It's like you
He's
gotta
already
go
married
and
with
watch
2
it.
kids. What?
Yeah, yeah. She goes,
I mean, I
"Well,
assume her
what's
kids are
her
married. I
name?"
don't
And
know.
he goes, and he'll be like stumbling, or I'll hang up at that point. It's so funny. She just gives him such a hard time. And, some of them, like, they'll hang up right away, but others will stay on there. This one guy stayed on there and talked to her for like 5 or 6 about the family. And she started asking him about his family. So funny.
Yeah, she messes with these people on the
Oh,
phone.
I loved it.
She has a fun time of it.
Yeah, yeah. She
Yeah,
goes,
there's
no, the last one she did, she said no one wanted to play with her.
Yes.
I have more,
there's a
Rick.
YouTube channel. A woman uh, messes with the spammers. I can't think of the name of the channel. She does the imitates the voice of. Well, I'm doing real good here, telling the story. What's the Apple voice?
Siri?
Oh,
Siri, or there's the other one. But this woman imitates that voice, and she plays games with these spammers.
yeah.
I can't think of the name of the channel. I watch that every now and then. It's a riot.
There's a couple of them out there, and it's just hysterical. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. Her
Yeah.
nephew's good.
I can't think that quickly to mess with people. My dad used to answer the door and say,
Alexa.
answer the phone saying, Alexa. Yeah, that's it. Alexa and Siri. He used to answer the phone and say, it's Joe's Bar and Grill. And I'd be like, click. After a few times, I figured out that's his thing. But or he'd say it's Tony's Pizza Place. Yeah, take your order. Just stuff like that. And I'll be like, what? I need to do that next time one of those spam calls comes through. I need to answer the phone something really weird,
Yeah,
My
and then say, look here, I'm trying to run a business.
My son always answers, Hernandez Funeral Home.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sometimes if he knows that, it's a spam risk or whatever, then he says, Hernandez Funeral Home, where's the body? So, yeah. He still is. He still is.
Roadkill Cafe, you kill him, we grill him.
Oh, man.
My favorite of his, your mama wants that. Oh, I'll see about it.
Yeah. That's a good one. Roadkill Cafe. Love it.
Yeah.
I bet usually if they figure out it's a joke, they'll hang up on you before you even have time to hang up on them.
Always, always. Or they'll ask you about your car warranty, and you're like, okay, yeah. Oh, what about the you won the cruise? And you're like, oh, great. I took this guy all the way to the end. It was Kevin and I we took him all the way to the end. And we're like, it was free, right? We won the free cruise. And he said, okay, so all I'll need is your credit card and that information as a retainer. And I'm like, no, it's free. It's free. We don't give our credit card out. Oh, we won't use it. I go, that's right, because you're not getting it.
Yeah, because I'm not giving it to you.
Yeah. Hey, newsflash. And they're like, oh, well, what else can we do? And I go, free. We knew it was
You
a
can
scam.
give it to me, like you
Glad
said.
that- yeah, it was like a 45-minute, hour-long conversation, and giving us all these perks and bonuses, and we just poor guy. I felt bad at the end, but I was like, you shouldn't be doing that nasty work.
Oh yeah, my brother, my dad. I think my dad taught my brother this. Uh, you know how back in the old days the ice cream truck used to go by,
Oh
and
yeah,
the road that we lived on was like it had a dead end, and you'd have to turn around at the end. Well, my brother would see the ice cream truck, and he'd look at it, and he'd run back into the house like he was going to get some money from his mom and dad. And then he'd just stay in there and watch that guy, and that guy'd be pull up right in front of the house and be just sitting there waiting for him. And my brother would be inside just laughing.
yeah, with the music on, the obnoxious
Yes,
music. Yes. How funny.
I know.
That's
That's
good.
hilarious.
Oh,
He
that
taught that
channel
little
is
joke to
coming
my
back to
nephew.
me. It's Rosie. That channel I was telling you about. It's Rosie. It's coming back to me.
Okay, Rosie, we got she does the Alexis voice.
Yeah.
How funny. We'll have to check her out. When you remember it, let us know.
Yeah.
Barter and ammunition, salt and beans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, folks. I'm gonna get off. I gotta get some stuff done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Everybody have a
Put the
good
name
night.
of that channel in the comments after this. You're able to.
What's that?
Rick. Put the name of Rosie's channel in there.
Yeah, I'll find it and I'll post
Yeah,
it
if it
before I
comes to
leave.
you, give it to one of us,
Okay.
and we'll pass it on to the others.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Stay warm.
You too.
Bye.
Be safe.
Bye.
See you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh, well, you haven't met my
Oh.
crazy Texas redneck family because we do tease the ice cream man. Well, not me, but my dad and my brother and my younger sister and my older sister, they're all more outgoing than me. I'm actually normally pretty shy, but I guess somebody's pulling me out of my shell because here I am talking to people right now. So I'm talking to 11 people right now, which is quite a crowd for me, really. But if all of you were standing in front of me, I'd probably be like this.
No, you wouldn't.
Maybe not you specifically. Oh, I'd probably have plenty to say. What's that?
Someone's got YouTube. I hear echo.
Uh-oh.
When I was in 4th grade, I had to say what my great grandmother did for a hobby. I said she makes adult toys. The principal got a hold of me. I called Granny. She came up to the school principal's.
Here's your order.
Here's your
Wow.
order.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they used to have a snow cone man, too, that used to come around. I remember. They had ice cream and snow cone man back then.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm here. Do you have YouTube on? Kevin's got it on.
Yeah, but it's not causing that echo.
Yeah, it is.
How would it cause that echo?
Because it's YouTube. It's connected. Doesn't matter.
Indiana Badger
Okay.
Gardner. Robert has a question for you.
Oh, Twin Brook got it. IRL Rosie.
IRL Rosie.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to bow out and let someone else come up.
Okay.
And I will talk to y'all later. Y'all definitely stay
Okay,
warm.
Jen, stay warm.
Love y'all.
Love you too.
Stay warm.
Bye, Jen.
Yeah.
And then there were two.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna close out too, Myra.
Okay.
I can only sit in one spot for a certain amount of time, and then I got to get up and walk around. I'm one of those people. But thanks for coming up with me. Thanks for coming by, guys, and talking to me
Thank
on this
you.
freezing cold day. I'm gonna go back out and check on my chickens' water again before it gets dark outside, and I'm definitely not going out there in the dark.
Nope.
Chocolate.
That's
She
what
says
I went
it's
now.
chocolate. What's that?
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming by.